So I've been really excited to share this story because it's so funny. Okay, so one day I was in my first area with my trainer, and we locked the keys in the house. And we were like, we had an appointment, and so we had to leave, and so we're just like, okay, we'll figure it out later, like what to do about the fact that we're locked out of our house and have nowhere to sleep tonight. So we ended up just leaving for the day to go teach, and our keys were still in the house, and we went out to teach, and then at about 9, we're like, oh yeah, our keys are still in our house. We don't know how we're gonna get home. I mean, how we're gonna get inside of our house. And so, yeah. So we called some people in the ward, and I think we called the police department too. We're like, what do we do? We don't know how to get in our house. And everyone was like, well, we don't know what to do. So we called the mission home, and we told them that our keys were inside of our house. And they're like, oh, really? Like, it's gonna take us 3 hours to get there. But we'll come, just go to a member's house and we'll come and bring you the keys. And so we're like, okay. And we just felt so bad that they had to come from there. And we felt bad that we didn't tell them earlier that we had locked our keys in our house. So I think that my companion was like, I think one time this happened to some other missionaries or something. And so we decided to go ask our neighbor if he would be able to climb up. We lived on the second floor of like this duplex. And she said that one time he climbed up and got inside of the house. And so I'm like, okay, let's do that. And so we went over to our neighbor and we're like, hola, buenas noches. And we're like, can you come help us? And our keys are in our house. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And so he comes over and he has a knife. And it was a little freaky for me. But he has like a knife and he puts it in his mouth, like he bites on the knife and starts scowling the building. Like he climbs up the building like a ninja. And it was so amazing. I was just like, oh wow, like I can't believe he's doing that. But anyways, so he gets up there, like flings himself up on the balcony. I don't know how, with a knife in his mouth. And he breaks open the lock without breaking it. Like he just opens it somehow magically. And he gets in and goes and gets us inside of our house. And so it was crazy. He was like Spider-Man. But the funny part is that after that I had an idea. I was like, well, he just did this nice thing for us. Like I feel like I have to give him something or like thank him for his services. And earlier that day I had made cornbread. And so I was like, oh yeah, I have some cornbread like it's on top of the freezer. I'm gonna go and get him some. And we go over there and the cornbread was like it was covered in these little ants. I'm so embarrassed to admit this, but it was covered in these little ants that like roam our house, that roam like every house in Puerto Rico. There's lots of insects. But anyway, so there was like these little like teeny ants, and I had already told him that I would get him some cornbread. He said he wanted some. And so I ended up just like brushing off the ants and like blowing them off and feeding him the cornbread anyways. And it was really funny. And so I always joke about that. I'm like, why did I do that? Like, why did I give him ant-infested cornbread? But I'm sure he was grateful. And he had some juice, too, to wash it down. So, and I don't think he got sick. So don't sue me, anyone. Okay.